So we're in the hallway.
The party goes down the center hallway.
You reach near the end of the hall, and there's a screen of white energy obstructing the path forward, opaque and brilliant.
Theron runs right into it.
Bonk!
Brilliant. Emphasis on brilliance.
I was gonna say just.
Sam is just rubbing his head because he's like, how do you all manage to do this? Every door has been the same.
Well,
Why are you letting us? Just go unlock it, dude.
how about you wait 2 seconds instead of running into a wall every
I'm
time?
excited.
Want me to just chuck the spear through you?
No.
Was there a sliding glass door in your home? Did you run into it a lot?
Should we gather the party in front of the door?
I scoot towards the door.
Right up to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I not?
Just curious where everyone's going to be positioned.
In case something happens,
In case, opening the door triggers some kind
Do I feel anything as I approach the doors?
Foreboding.
Foreboding.
Yeah, I guess Arden's going to get up there too.
It's as if the stone's speaking to you.
Okay.
This is a place of heavy emotions.
BB? You might want to wait out here for a moment.
They fly over to Zaz and land on their head.
Well,
Sauce is coming in too.
I can hear it think, Zaz says.
the mosquito?
We'll talk about that later.
And then we all die.
They look up. Ride or die, friend?
Oh my god.
And it goes bzz, bzz.
Who the fuck taught that kid that phrase?
Sauce? No, we were talking first. Sam does put his arm on Theron's shoulder and looks down this line of the four compatriots all lined up on this door. Because everybody feels foreboding, right?
There's a presence. And Zaz is right behind Munis with their swords out.
You don't hide behind the mage.
And he kind of looks at everybody and just says, there's nowhere I'd rather be than here with all of you.
I wish it was under better circumstances, but I couldn't agree more.
From the back, I love all of you.
It's the presence, not the place.
Munis, you've become tolerable.
Who said that?
Sam
Zaz right behind you.
Sam says, turns his head. He's like, no, he hasn't.
Don't be upset.
Anybody else?
Yes?
Maybe Theron wants to say something?
Because it does look like a different door, right? Like it's way more intense than the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's pretty clear this is the last door.
Yeah, I can. Theron says I can agree with Arden. I definitely wouldn't want to be doing this, but since we have to, we've done so much and gone through so much that I don't think I could do this with anybody else. And I think we're going to show this hypocrite what a real bright future is.
Yes?
Bada?
Cool.
You are standing next to Arden.
Well, I just hope one of us can get through to her. Hopefully, with kinder ways hopefully she doesn't take... Oh, God.
Are we suddenly realizing that Arden should never talk to anyone? Here at the final showdown?
I'm just going to hold my tongue. She's...
The way I'm interpreting it is he's afraid of losing you. And he's just now realizing it.
It doesn't sound like that.
Bada chuckles nervously.
A little bit of that. Let's just see what happens.
I am Big Dumb Burr.
And I'll be spared in the coming purge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. I still need you guys to be spared too.
Okay. We all ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Sam will poke the barrier with the spear tip.
There's a fading, a rippling, and a sound. And the barrier fades. And before you is a room carved out of crystal. There are numbers, letters, all sorts of languages floating in space. There's light emanating from the floor and from above. And on the far end is a elevated platform with stairs carved out of the crystal with a hyena floating aloft, seemingly unaware of your presence, moving their paws around, juggling information, and sighing. And above there's an image of Coeurasa, ever closer,
Does it have like the big numbers that are like tracking its
Yep.
distance and it's
Everywhere.
going down? Yeah.
On the walls, spires are shutting down.
Wait, what?
Images of spires and shutting down, and pirates.
Pirates are shutting down too?
No,
Oh.
shutting down
Here's
spires.
the one shutting down the spires. Now that you kind
Kind of what?
Raiding the spires.
of.
Theron leans forward and doesn't walk forward, but just kind of looks in Arden's direction, fully expecting, as he usually does, to take the first move.
Okay, well, I guess the first initial question, since I was directly warned about it, is there a tuning fork?
There appears to be a tuning fork lying against the stairs, the way you'd leave a broom in a kitchen.
Oh, okay. Just for safety's sake here. Oh,
And
no,
it's
that's...
a large tuning fork. It could take the place of a longsword.
Oh, yeah. It's manageable. I just need to know where it is. Well, I guess Arden doesn't march forward.
No short, he can't even march forward.
Yeah, that's fine. Excuse me, Jade?
Their ears perk up, and she looks down towards you, like observing a bug. Or a
Perhaps.
door-to-door salesman.
She gets a lot of them down here, surprisingly.
Insects.
Perhaps you would like a moment to speak?
What are you doing here?
Well, since you kept putting off our appointments to speak, I had to come to your door.
Punctual. They float on down from the platform, and their tuning fork flies into their hand.
Arden will reflexively ready a persistent action for her making a move past that.
Theron's also going to be pacing
Over here.
flanky, like...
Bada will also scoot forward, but he will put his hammer down on the floor and sit down next to Arden.
Oh, sit down. Okay.
Pretty competent move there.
Have you come like the champions before you?
What, to fight you?
That is what they ought to do, or oft do.
I know you were doing your best to disregard me and even hiding from me, but I would really like to just speak with you.
Speak.
Unless you're afraid of that too.
They blink at you, like seeing through you, but still acknowledging your presence. Like there's a disconnect.
He's not... I love him, but he's not the best with words sometimes.
They cock their head at you.
What are you trying to do here exactly?
I'm observing the will of the people. And they float back up to their platform.
Is it
Keep her fork.
Yep.
what displeases you about their will?
They have chosen this fate for themselves. And they point at the display with their tuning fork.
And that's why you puppeteered an army to take down the spires after we took your toy from you. Because that doesn't feel like the will of the people. That feels like your will on the people.
They asked for information. I merely provided what they could have found if they had decided to look themselves.
Well, Rogueport will be quite the undertaking for them to siege.
Oh, they're not headed toward Rogueport. Clearly, they're headed toward the spires dotted all over the sea.
Oh, interesting.
They wish to raid them for wealth so they can retake Rogueport later. It's very inelegant.
Oh, well, good. That'll take some time. That gives us more time that if we fail here, that somebody will come to replace us.
Relatively. They have a gigantic organization that they've, to their credit, kept in good condition, and they're striking at all these spires simultaneously.
Oh, well,
They might have, if they're successful, to wait maybe half an hour, and then they'll have their tiers.
And this is what you desire as well?
I'm giving them the freedom to choose their fate.
hey, Sam, we're in the Locust. Don't you wonder if we might be able to perhaps give a global command to seal all the spires right now and put them on high alert?
Sam holds his spear out and asks, Locust, can you seal off all spires?
You get a sense that it could,
Okay, Locust
and
will.
you have gotten Jade's attention. They are locked eyes with you, and they are looking at your spear as if they know exactly what it is.
Sam looks back at her and just says, I'm sorry I brought this here. I know it was your husband's, but we needed it.
They seem to be coming out of a fugue.
This Locust, will you please, or actually, just do it and seal off all the spires in the sea.
Make a will save.
Oh.
Arden, she's doing something.
What is she doing?
Spellcraft check.
Which one do you want first?
Yours.
18.
18.
So not great.
Spellcraft.
33 on spellcraft.
They're using a quicken sculpt sound, and it appears they're trying to change the order.
Oh, ring of counterspell.
What's the counterspell level in the ring?
Oh, what do you mean by the counterspell level? Like the bonus?
Like, what's the spell in the ring? Is it just a spell magic, or?
Oh, it's a greater dispel.
That's what I needed to know. Yes.
The
Please roll.
Sam's spellcraft was 21.
It's quicken sculpt sound. They're trying to change your order.
How would...
Oh, I did write it down. 32.
You're able to warp the spell and strain it out before it completes.
Okay, Sam doesn't have to do anything. Okay.
Sam, your order is completed and the spires are sealed and on high alert, and they're now producing great numbers of guardians. The pirates are not faring as well, and it's happening very quickly.
Sam stamps the spear down and is like, please order all guardians for non-lethal collection.
We're talking about the fate of the world here. You pirates gotta die, dude. But go ahead.
You intend to stop them.
Yes.
If they succeed, we can begin again with a fresh batch.
Oh, that's right. You've given up.
They're looking down at you, not arguing with you, not giving you much else on that.
All this power of the world and I guess the stars and the heavens at your beck and command, and you give up. That's kind of pathetic. No, that's actually extremely pathetic. All this time and stories and machinations that you've had, and you would just give up. Like why have this big like master plan and hidden organization and like mastermind the whole world just to bring it to this point when you could just, I don't know, God, talk to people. Have you tried helping anyone? I get the impression that what happened to your husband was not good, and it's stuffed in our history books. And in fact, the story of what happened to Hardinge is one of the things that drew me out of my shell and brought me on this mission. Your actions brought us to this point.
There seems to be a fondness amongst you. I'm glad you could find togetherness.
Well, you don't have to do things alone.
Your name, Spearbear.
Sam looks up at her and says,
Give another order and I'm going to turn you into discardable biomass.
I'm Sam Horstrom of Atlas, actually. We've gone all over the world to get here. And I can't say I agree with your notes.
I'm ready another action. BT dubs.
With that threat, Theron puts her paw on her sword, too.
And moving between Bada and Sam.
She follows suit.
Let's not group up for the AoE. But yeah, okay.
Oh, now you want to be tactical.
Bada will grab Salsa's tail and tug him back.
Hey! Hey! What do you intend to do here?
Convince you to stop.
Stop. You've already put a stop to the pirates for the moment, but there will be more.
Oh, yes. I'm aware of the Project Starfall and your distinct dereliction of your sole purpose.
I have respected the free will of the people and are allowing them to choose their fate.
And that's why we're here. We're making a choice for ourselves.
Seems to me you're trying to make a choice for a lot of people.
Well, I'm sure if every living creature on this planet knew that they were going to get annihilated, that they would probably choose, to live, as you have hiding in your hole for so long.
Had they listened to those that knew, they would be in a better place now.
And who is that?
Why, if they listened to the travelers from Bismutum?
The isolated country tucked away in the north?
Perhaps if they hadn't been so aggressive, they wouldn't be isolated.
We did fail you. I'm sorry. But I have people here with me who are proof that maybe our approach before was not adequate. The Circle, they're in here, stole one of the tears and has learned their value and their meaning now. Same thing with Arden here as well. He was yearning for knowledge about them, and it was locked away from him. But now that he knows what their purpose is and what they represent, I believe that we didn't take the right approach years ago.
Diplomacy check.
Can you roll above a 40?
That's a natural 20.
Again? Fucking nat 20 on diplomacy?
Jesus.
Roll credits.
He's just that genuine of a good boy.
That comes through.
Oh, was it 19?
Sense motive.
Wait, who sensed to me?
Jade.
Wait, is somebody deceiving her right now?
Hard to believe somebody is like that from her point of view.
Oh, he's so sickeningly genuine, it just can't be possible.
Well, after 38, she believes you.
What was your final diplomacy?
27 would be in the final diplomacy.
Not bad.
If only more people were like you.
I think there can be. It'll just take time.
There are people apart from us. Although the situation may be fairly dire at the moment, the people of Rogueport are learning firsthand that the Spires or your people are capable of helping if they just accept it. And
If you're here, you must be excellent at violence.
And
the
is he-
Locust wouldn't have let you through so easily if you hadn't been.
We didn't do a lick of violence on our way here.
Sam offers, actually, since we got to the entrance of the mines, we haven't harmed a single living thing.
traumatize that mosquito a little bit, but yes.
It's not harmed.
Yeah.
Or the golem. In fact, there are 3 dragon's tears in the other chamber being rebuilt right now.
It's what we came to do. You can check your records. Sally up at Tempest, designated as a repair crew. We retrieved the damaged tier from Munis, and after defeating him, and brought it here to get repaired finally, so that we may put it back, as well as your discarded message at the entrance.
Diplomacy check.
Nope.
Is that a natural 1?
Yeah, with a total of -1.
Oh my god.
Night and day here.
Yep.
I appreciate that you have put the effort in to come to speak to me. I also appreciate that while you have come here as exemplars, you are anomalies. And the world is not so...
The world is bad because you made it that way. The whole thing with Hardinge, I stumbled across in a book. Why cast your name from the records? Why cast all the information about what actually happens in these spires? Why hide it? Why not explain to the people? Why not do like Bismutum and actually support your civilization? Talk to the mortals when you could sulk in your hole and feel sorry for yourself. When you could actually redeem yourself.
Diplomacy check.
9.
You can tell the hair up around their neck is getting frilled.
Like when you piss off a cat.
Yes.
What's another few years to let us try to convince more people?
Yeah, if I can change, anybody can change.
You bet.
If I let you leave, there are going to be a lot more people heading here.
And why is that a problem? Or who, for that matter?
Anyone you tell.
Why would they be heading here?
For control. They shift around, looking at some more flowing numbers and words.
The only person you have to worry about here, Jade, is me.
Is that so?
I don't think we would do anything.
I have... There is a great deal of power here. There is no point in telling the world about it. And since you do seem to like your vaulted secrets so much, we could tuck that bit of information far, far and away from any eyes other than my own.
Given your previous speech, that would make you a hypocrite. And they extend their arm out with the tuning fork and there's a dull ring.
Arden casts resist energy acid on everybody, and then goes back to his ready to action. So,
People would only need to know as much as Bismutum knows.
they would need to know the purpose of the spire.
They wouldn't have to know anything about this location.
And how would you make them listen?
Have you seen Rogueport? Oh, you can finally see Rogueport now, actually, can't you? Why don't you check in on Rogueport? See what...
The Dragon's Tooth and Rogueport activated, and it opened up people there to the idea that they have more power and meaning to them. Their capabilities.
The Olaine, the new guardian of that spire, is working with the people there, the mortals, to protect them and rebuild their city.
You look pained, Spear Bearer. How much of that is true?
We did a terrible thing to the people of Rogueport. We didn't know it would do that. We didn't mean for it. Arden, you seem to forget that we destroyed the whole city to turn that spire on.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
No, we didn't.
But
it did happen.
But we are working with the spire to fix our mistake. When you harmed someone, Arden gestures over to Munis/Akuma / Moonsea / I don't know, there might be a fourth in there we haven't noticed yet, who knows. When Munis killed Okuma in front of me, that was terrible. Every time a life is snuffed out, it creates a shockwave. Affects everyone that knew them, everyone that loved them, everyone that interacted with them, because they're gone.
You see Jade's eyes glaze over when you say this.
We hurt a city with what we did. We forced our ideals onto an entire city without even really knowing what was going to happen, and Olaine, all of us knew that we did something wrong, and Olaine has worked with the city of Rogueport to correct that. We made a misstep that is bringing a better future to the world, but not with the eradication of the world.
Jade begins to cackle, then bends over and rises back up, clutching their sides. The world's so much bigger than the cross.
I would assume so. I've dabbled in planar research. Usually there's a great deal more to celestial entities, but nobody has traveled past the wastes out here because it's dangerous.
There's very little life out there.
I would assume so. That's why it's the wastes.
Yes, and that'll be maintained until the end of time.
Oh, yes, okay. So we could have some life on planet, or we could have none at all.
Or we could take the plunge, allow the people to have their way, and rebuild the whole world over.
The only person harming them right now is you. You're the hypocrite.
Sam's gonna ask, what way is that exactly? What are people choosing?
They're choosing momentary joy, and I'll allow them to have that. Life is hard.
There's still images of the pirates, right?
They're not doing well.
Okay, but
They
they're
are
still
really
there.
not doing well. They are flying around, disappearing in rays of light, being pounced on by 1,000-pound monsters.
What happened?
Non-lethally.
What happened to the non-lethal violence? No. So, what do the pirates think they're getting?
Wealth, of course.
Because you manipulated them into that.
It's a long-standing tradition they have.
Yes, we've seen you do it multiple times, according to your murals.
Records.
Yeah. And
My dear anomalies, that is simply how they are.
because you pointed them in that direction.
I have a problem with that term as
They
well.
are not good at their core, at their beginning.
And what makes you better?
I'm an observer. I'll observe them destroy themselves and rejoice in the new beginning.
Is that what you did to Hardinge?
You have to be willing to let people go when they choose to go.
Who was Hardinge to you?
They look back at you like their head's up and it's tilted. They look pained. Someone significant. You're
Why?
young. I don't know if you've ever felt that before.
Sam's face hardens.
Out of character. Ooh.
I can't say I can see whole civilizations rising and falling at the drop of a rain in a rain cloud like you have, but you don't get to talk to us like we haven't experienced loss before. Every single person in this room has lost somebody at this point. Theron, why did you join the pirates when you were young? You were ostracized from your mother. someone you respected until they just abused you out of their life.
Yeah, I guess I lost what I thought a family was.
Have you ever recovered? Do you have a family? Do you
Yeah.
consider your mom a family?
No. But I have one now, and I didn't have one before.
Aren't
I
you?
mean, you call us anomalies, but anybody can be an anomaly. I mean, you saying something special about me? Am I bad at my core?
Arden over here lost the headmaster who had picked him and mentored him from his time in the Order. Just another mage who, despite a turn of fate, would have continued to just be another mage, caught up in your machine. Bada here felt so guilty about something he didn't even know he could do that he left his own people. Didn't tell them why. And journeyed the world searching for searching for forgiveness no one could give him because they didn't even know he had done anything wrong.
But I do that.
Bada's just like, yeah, I guess it makes sense. And I lost my fiance. And it, as much as I want to pretend it wasn't my fault, it was some act of nature that our choice of voyage was premature or out of season or whatever you want to call it. I lost my fiance because I chose wealth. So don't you tell me I don't know loss.
Diplomacy.
Okay.
All right. Come on, Bard. Do your Bard thing.
Okay, it's not terrible. Diplomacy, you say? That is an even 40.
Fuck yeah, Bards.
Their eyes focus, and they seem to be on you,
And I,
taking a measure of you.
and after she was gone, I recognized that look in you, where the world doesn't matter, where all that exists is what is gone. There's no future anymore. How could there be? The sun was taken out of your sunset, the sea taken out of your beach. But even when you wander alone, you can find new things and new people. And Sam looks at Arden first.
Oh, there is something there.
No. But then the rest.
Change to chopped liver.
But the look lingers over Zaus most, and you realize maybe that the things that happened to you in your past doesn't define your future. It's just what happens in the future that is your future, and you can't know what it is. I haven't seen anything that says to me you know exactly how everything's going to play out. You might have seen how things have gone so far, but you can't take away people's chances.
I don't see how they could be different. It's happened 4 times now. The same thing.
Well,
What thing exactly? What is it that what failure has happened?
The people will destroy themselves.
but they're not. You are making the people destroy themselves.
As I said before, I respect their free will.
That's not free will if you're manipulating them.
How can a decision without all the information be valid? If
It's real to them.
ignoring Arden for a second.
Arden frowns.
I'm not real.
Yeah.
Do you like push Arden aside and walk forward while doing this?
put a paw over his mouth. If I asked Theron to tell me about the rituals and culture of the people of Vicious March, she's not going to come up with anything. She didn't learn it.
Such a tragedy that Bippus Marsh and Jade looks at Munis, and Munis is like grinning and trying not to actually let any emotions out.
Oh, he regrets it, by the way.
Don't tell her that.
That's another story. His fusion with Akuma has given him guilt, and that guilt tears him apart.
They have the look of I didn't expect to be the center of attention in this moment, or have to think about these things, and they're hard.
But that wasn't my point. My point was that I can't ask Theron to make a decision for the people of Vicious March because she doesn't know what they do. You can't ask the people of this world to make apparently these decisions for themselves when they don't know what they're doing. Did you ever ask why these pirates are pirates?
They're pirates because life's hard and they need a source of food.
So wouldn't you just give them a source of food?
How would they learn if I just gave them whatever it is they needed?
What would they need to learn?
You've been to Bismutoom, I imagine.
You already know the answer to that.
I would if I cared about your travels half as much as you did.
Well, you do care about our travels because you were nice enough to...
They've been to Bismutoom, yes.
Well, we know you had.
That's why I said they've been to Bismutoon. They've seen what it's like there.
Did you not help them? Did you not set that into motion?
I offered the opportunity and they took it. No other community in the Cross did that.
And why is that?
They were thinking about today, not tomorrow.
Okay, well, you'll have to forgive me when our perspective doesn't last eons.
If they need to eat that day, they're going to think about that day. We can't just ignore the needs of our present. And you even admitted when they're lacking, people go seeking to solve it.
So it sounds like they were set in a condition where they weren't really allowed to win.
It sounds being set up for failure, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can say that that's a societal problem,
But if you're the source, if you're the one who sets society when it starts...
Oh, I let these communities, these people choose how their societies start. I
Did
merely
you?
grow them from the earth.
then why do you have a mural just on the other side of the door where you were showing Dominique Perch mounds of untold wealth?
You're freely admitting that you manipulated people. Like, I know you have a poor perspective on those of us that live under 100 years, but that was 5 minutes ago.
Has your approach always been the same?
It's changed a little bit at a time.
Are
We
you-
should always learn the lessons of the past.
Well, why don't you let these people learn from the lessons of the past as well?
There is a risk in letting people know the process they're in.
Which is?
They'll destroy themselves.
Or you'll destroy them for them.
They'll try to seize what they perceive to be power and destroy each other in the process. It's better to allow them to use the tools they make themselves.
Except when you don't. We've met Moonsea. We've met Munis.
There can be exceptional people that could.
Don't
See
act
the
better
world
than
as it
us when
is.
you're lying to us. We're not stupid.
Well, I might be a little bit, but...
I have my moments.
The world's complicated. It's not as simple as yes or no.
Then explain it.
That would take years for somebody as stubborn as you.
Perhaps you can make me a seat then.
And what about you, quiet one? Looking over at Theron. Do you have any thoughts between those ears of yours?
Those rigid, non-moving ears.
I'm just curious why give up? I mean, of all the people here, why give up on people like me? If I'm bad to my core, why do I get to be punished now? You're punishing everybody because they're bad to their core, and one would say I was.
Diplomacy.
Ew, 11.
What, did that work?
You're an anomaly. You can't be the standard.
Everybody's an anomaly. Every goddamn one of us are anomalies, and anybody can be nudged on the right path. These chuckleheads behind me changed the way I do things, and I don't think I'm bad to my core anymore because of people like this. They nudged me, they criticized me, they showed me the consequences of what I did, and it takes work. And honestly, you just stopped caring about people like me. I'm not special. Nobody here is special. We're not anomalies.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Munis, how many people did Moonsea impersonate over his existence?
Oh, thank goodness that's your question. Hundreds?
Hundreds?
That scared me. People killed.
Well, that would be an awkward question to ask. Of all the people that you impersonated, or Moonsea impersonated, I suppose, how many were the same?
Vastly different.
Every single one?
Mostly. They would do the same things, but for different reasons. Most of them.
So it may be a fair assumption from that sampling that we are all not the same. We're not just a teeming mass of greedy, murdering thieves.
Jade looks to the walls.
Oh yes, apart from your army of greedy, murdering thieves that you built yourself. That's a different situation.
Collectively, roll a diplomacy check.
Collectively.
I'm not contributing much to this one.
What you say does have an impact.
But I rolled another natural 20.
Oh my god!
Only when they count apparently.
A 12 from Theron.
3 from Martin.
The gravity around Jade intensifies and it pours over the platform. It seems to be connected to their emotional state. From what you can sense, Sam.
You didn't ask for Sam's score.
Sam, wait for it. What'd you get?
41.
Good D&D moment of breaking the poor GM.
As Jade folds in on herself, they pop into existence directly in front of you, Sam.
Oh boy.
And the gravity around all of you is intense. Please make strength checks.
Oh,
Can Sam brace on his spear?
Yes.
no. No, I don't make a strength check.
It's actually not.
Onto your butt you go.
I was already sitting down.
Oh, then you're very firmly attached to the floor.
Sam got a 15.
You can, with the spear, stand.
3.
How does that... when this weight comes down on you, we're talking multiple forms of levels of gravity.
Yeah, Arden will fall on all fours.
Face down, back or stomach on the floor.
You can't do all fours with your back on the ground.
Yeah.
You can just in a Silent Hill game.
Or if you're flexible.
Yeah, or Arden just crab walks. No.
Was it the girl from the ring, or was the girl that went down the stairs?
She was still tummy down.
Oh, she's still down. Okay.
Yeah. I guess face down, all fours.
Okay, Theron, how'd you do?
17.
You will be able to stand. You feel if you tried to move from where you are, you might need to use control shape to keep your body from going putty.
Just to move?
Yeah. Let's see. Zaz is going to get a 16, a 15. They are going to go from standing upright to basically squatting and putting both of their paws on their kneecaps and going, ah!
He's going Super Saiyan.
More pain than determination there.
I'm going to motion Sauce to sit down.
Zaz looks at you like, I will defy her. And Munis is out of range.
And this is all that happens?
And she puts her paws on your face and looks at you mystified.
Ooh.
How are you real?
Is that there's no crazy sound, right, to this gravity? It's just everybody feels heavy?
Heavy, yeah.
Okay. That's actually a very hard question. That might need a minute.
That's a little too meta for a role-playing game.
If I believe what you say, if I accept your perspective, I might break. And they're very close to your face, examining you.
Arden's going to grunt and reach towards Jade, grab it onto whatever he can.
Her tail.
Oh, she has a tail?
The hyena.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Right.
We're all furries here.
I was going for clothing, but I guess if the tail's what's available.
She does have a dress. You could choose the dress instead.
I'll go for the dress instead.
Okay.
A little less threatening.
Sam will be grunting and trying to hold on to his spear to stay upright, but just give that stare back, not flinching, and just say, I lived my life, started from nothing, and thought I would end in nothing. But I'm here now.
Everybody needs to break to be rebuilt.
It's just proving her point again.
Oh my god, why does everything gotta be genocide with you, Sam?
Make a diplomacy check.
I feel like this one may not be as good as the others. Ken has your die?
Wow.
You may pick one.
Which is the one you've been using?
The rainbow.
No,
it's a sky.
It's been the silver linings. Oh.
Okay, it's not a bad roll.
But also not a 20. 41 again.
Dare you. I was so close.
Sam, I want to do this. Sam will abandon the spear.
Clatters to the floor quickly.
Yes, and instead, just embrace Jade in a big hug. I didn't steal your idea. I was thinking about that literally for 2 weeks.
I was thinking about it for years.
Collective diplomacy check.
And does the whisper, into her ear, we've all lost something in the past. That doesn't mean we have to lose our future. I was relying on you.
Would you fart now?
Yes. You got a 1.
Oh, yeah.
You got a natural 1?
You got a natural 1.
If Jade looks to you, they're just gonna see the face of a completely innocent, hopeful bear.
Who farted?
He blepped.
Sorry,
that was the best they could do.
There's a lot of gravity right now.
14 for Arden.
5.
Sam did 42 that time.
Ooh, actually, Arden's gonna keep trying to climb her dress. And,
Whoa, man.
And follow up with Sam's embrace with, "We're sorry. We didn't know what we were doing because nobody told us it was wrong. We didn't know we were hurting you."
This is all punctuated by. Yeah.
Make a listen check, everybody. Ooh.
Oh, nat 20. Okay.
Just rolling 6s all fucking night.
Well, the only good roll I got was on a listen check, so...
Sam's total is a 20, but did not roll a 20.
You can feel her body slouch into yours, and the gravity starts to lighten, and she begins humming that elegy. And she begins humming that next to you.
But instead of singing the same song, Sam will add new lyrics that he made.
Okay.
So performance check.
Natural 1. So the total's 27.
So it's hard for you to do, but
That was hard on a 26.
So there's a lot of gravity and probably a lot of emotions, and everybody is kind of wrapped up in a moment. And so it's kind of a...
So we're saying Sam has started singing a song along with the hyena singing, and these are the lyrics.
See, the problem is in this form, it's split between Jade's and Sam's.
Is it a call and response, or are they singing at the same time?
The way I wrote it was call and response.
Oh, then you just hand the paper back and forth.
I'm embarrassed too. Okay.
my world drifts.
Okay, I'm not
to-
singing.
You don't have to sing it. You can just read
You can speak it like a poem, okay?
Yeah.
My world drifts to a quiet sleep.
Under the chastising gaze of the cosmos,
Tears of ash fall like rain.
the very stars weeping of their sorrows,
Your silhouettes blending as one.
but shadows scattering in the dark.
I look to the moon beaming down.
The surface carved with past violent marks,
Dreams teeming like the stars above.
endlessly tumbling through the voids,
Guiding lights, I see you there.
flying and falling to ground as meteoroids.
I feel you all so far away and yet so near.
A veil over my heart as deep as the sea.
I drift through the space, longing, seeking, lost on my way.
The path ahead visible to all but me.
I will set to task a cradle of life,
To rekindle love and sadness in full.
a future born from these ashes.
Slate cleaned for all the vaults of soul.
I will see you again.
In this world set free from my sin.
Just so I personally understand this as a player, did you write a version of this song as a response?
Yima handed me what he had wrote, and I saw the perfect opportunity to add to each line.
They got a partial translation of the Administrator song.
Right.
So it became a duet.
Yep.
Cool.
That's really
And-
cute.
Yeah, that's...
So this is in the recordings where Sam was like being distracted and ruffling through his papers.
I'm not quite...
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand what you actually did.
I basically doubled up on the song.
In creating a duet, a veritable connection between where Jade was and now.
And Sam will finish by just kind of whispering in her ear again. Like Garden said, your suffering doesn't have to be yours by yourself.
She breaks. And by breaks, I mean emotionally breaks down.
Oh, okay. I was like,
okay.
do we need to get a dustpan?
And the tuning fork clatters to the floor, the gravity lifts, and you are becoming. She's crying in your shoulder, and a lot.
Sam looks a little uncomfortable. Just a little, but also kind of like, yay? Is this something we're supposed to be proud of now?
we won, right?
It's like, is this a good thing?
Sure, I mean, like you're not feeling her pain. I mean, like you wrote this song.
Yes, but that's why it's a little uncomfortable because someone is like literally letting go of thousands of years of watching people die.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way to like.
It's hard, but you're doing it.
Vada's gonna pull Sauce close and make sure he doesn't take the opportunity to stab her.
Oh no!
So make a spot check.
Oh no!
Where's off? Oh, no. It's an open room, like literally.
19 plus whatever. I'm sure I see him.
You see them like trying to get over to where they are.
Well,
and you grab them.
Yeah.
I want to hug them too.
oh. Okay, I was like, am I gonna have to use the command spear to like?
No, we're gonna get a fight because he's like, I want to hug her too. Stab, stab, stab.
If Munis tries to come up, I will just be like, not you.
Oh my god!
Munis can't approach you all.
Oh.
They aren't moving from where they are. They're just looking at you.
Arden's gonna dig through his pack and pull out the Amber D. He's saved for Akuma and say, I hope this means something to you, and then place the Amber D around Jade's neck.
Well, not when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Is gravity gone?
Oh, gravity's gone.
Okay.
And
His face is all twisted, like being nice.
and then he will pick the spear off the ground as a countermeasure. If countermeasure needs to be taken.
Precautionary only.
Yeah, precautionary. And then he's going to walk over to Munis and give him a hug.
Better man than I.
I know, as you've said every time you hate him and wish he dies.
No, you, not.
Oh,
Excuse me, the thing of the day is forgiveness right now?
yeah. And he's going to press his face into Munis Akuma C chest and just say quietly, I hope I did you proud. Judging by the look on Nima's face, he vomits.
There'll be a lot of work to do. And you're going to get a pat on the head. I'll be here for it.
Good. I'm happy to help.
As soon as you walk away from them, they punch the wall and hurt their hand.
Just like a.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess Arden will also, after the punch happens and he recoils a bit, he'll tap him with the healing staff, cast Cure Serious Wounds, and hand him Akuma's spellbook.
Thank you, Arden. Go back to your friends.
Why?
I need space. And they turn toward the corner of the wall
If you need me, you know where I am.
and plop right on the floor. They wave their right paw at you, acknowledging, but also,
Dismissing.
yes.
This is where we wish we had a camera. We could take a picture of him crying.
Good thing you're in a technological wonder of the world.
Pull out my Spire tablet and suddenly realize I could take photos.
You also have the spear in your hand.
I could like emboss him into the wall crying.
all of Arden's darkest desires coming out.
No.
I want to say one more thing to Jade. That she's just crying her eyes out on the ground, just kind of holding her and patting her back. And just saying, everyone in here came together from circumstance, but we all decided we wanted to make a better world. Can you help us finally make the world better?
Shuts down all the spires.
If they choose it for themselves. She pants. She looks exhausted.
She looks like she could use some cake from Elaine.
You brought some.
Oh my god, we did!
did not bring any cake. Did I bring any cake? No, I did not bring any cake.
Slice.
What?
One slice unless you ate it.
It's in the backpack.
And your fungus.
It's covered in fungus.
She won't know the difference.
Actually, didn't Zos take more cake too?
They ate that, though.
Oh, darn.
They can make their stomach bigger if they want to.
How? Sam just kind of looks her in the eye, even if she doesn't have her eyes turned up, and is like,
They're weakly looking at you.
we are choosing here to live, not just be alive.
You're choosing to live. She picks herself up, collects, marches toward the podium, or rather the
Vessel.
raised platform, and invites the whole lot of you to it.
Everyone looks awkwardly at each other.
I grab Sauce and Arden.
Grab by the scarf of the shirt.
No, by their hands.
My gosh, Butta's holding my hand. Blush. Totally inappropriate time for that. Oh, why?
I'll show you what I've seen, and we can start there.
Erden's mind cuts back to the mental assault the first time he tried to commune with the dragon's tear, trying to get 1,000 years of history at once. Oh, well, I've got a better will save now. It'll be fine.
Sam will tackle Hug's house.
Oh.
Tackle Zoss?
Tackle Hug.
Tackle Hug.
Oh,
And just say, this was all started because we wanted to show you a better future for yourself. And now we'll have a better future for everyone.
they smile thinking about that, and getting choked up, hug you back really hard. As hard as they can. It's not that bad.
Okay.
No, okay, I was like,
Zoss is stronger, but they're not...
we have dragon buffed Zalsku. I don't know if it's that strong as...
It's about as strong as you could hug somebody.
oh, okay. Like fortitude save. Or be crippled.
Yeah.
Therein,
Big hugs.
your
Yes.
your troublemaking behavior definitely led us down this path as well. Thank you.
Yeah. I suppose. Thank you for being a miscreant, and
I don't mean that in a bad way. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have been here in the first place. And thank you.
For stealing the tear, huh?
well, it brought us here, and well, as I said before, all actions have consequences, and this one worked out pretty well.
I wouldn't have stopped you if I knew this was going to happen.
Well, I wish it would have started under better circumstances, but I guess the forgiveness has to start somewhere. Took a while, but thank you guys.
So everyone's up on the platform. You've all said your things.
We're all group hugging in the platform.
Were we going up to the platform yet?
Yeah.
Bada drags us up there, and then Sam.
Actually, Arden's going to approach the base of the platform and extend a hand towards Jade.
She leans down to drag you up the platform.
And Arden gives her a good embrace.
She'll use that opportunity to pick you up and plant you on the platform.
Well,
She's
probably with an
apparently-
alarming amount of strength.
Yes. Muscles like woven steel.
Could be very cheesy, right?
And I suppose it hasn't been much, and I don't really know what's going to happen next, but I'm glad we talked, Jade. And thank you for listening. I'm sure you probably haven't gotten many thanks for quite some time, but it's a good place to start.
And speaking of places to start, I am glad that you came here to talk. Speaking of places to start, yes, starting. Jade turns forward to all of the different displays. We are now at a starting line. Let's begin. And cut.
Yay.
The Curse of Coeurasa is a production of Reno Area Anthropomorphic Arts and Recreation for BLFC 2023. Our executive producer and the chairman of BLFC is Tycho Skunk. This episode was edited by Dejarum's Pony and was mixed and mastered by AJ the Ratty. Yi McQuinn is our game master and the voice of Zoss and the NPCs. Arden Renshaw is played by Hawkfeather. Theron Perch is played by Dejarum's Pony. Bada Amica is played by Dabbles. Samuel Horstrom is played by Damek Cretu. Original music by Foxamore. You can find more music from Foxamore at foxamore.bandcamp.com and on Spotify. The theme and lore of Curse of Coeurasa was written by Yi McQuinn, Hawkfeather, Dejarum's Pony, Dabbles, Damek Cretu, JD Puppy, and me, AJ the Rat. Thanks to Jeff Bowman, who produced the design and layout for the Curse of Coeurasa art book. Special thanks to the decorations team, the theme events team, and the audiovisual team for making the convention look and feel like the world in this podcast. Finally, we'd like to thank the listeners like you. This project was a lot of fun, and we hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast as much as we all enjoyed making it for you. If you'd like to learn more about BLFC, the theme, and the lore behind your favorite characters and settings, visit goblfc.org.
Yes.
Why?
I just want to see it now.
Why a toothpaste commercial?
I want to see your dour face and voice trying to be in a commercial.
Okay.
He sounds hurt.
Why?
I believe in you.
It's a very random request.
I see it and it'd be like,
You're seeing the first feelers of his new thing,
New thing?
his new kink being born.
Toothpaste commercials?
Tooth.
are you having a stroke?
No.
Okay.
No. Hands on the table. Yeah, he's not having a stroke.
I wish.
Oh, well, there we go, kids.
What an interesting conversation to record.
Hey, AJ.
AJ, are you a lefty or a righty?
I want to say he was left-handed, right?
Overhand, underhand,
With a friend.
pinky out.
That's how you keep it classy. That's how you keep it classy.
The British style with the pinky out. This is secondary chambers. Some shoal shenanigans. Picture time.
I'm waiting for the setting to be finished.
The giant picture of Jade to be put on the board.
That's Jade. She's a friendship bracelet.
That's our door. It's a plasma beam door this time.
Are we set to a roll?
We have taken a picture of the setting.
Should I make that less obvious what it is, just in case some artist gets offended we use it?
What is that?
I don't even know what it is.
The dice
It's a dice
holder
box.
thing.
I don't think the pictures used here are not going to be like.
All right, we're going to remake these.
Okay.
It's just all reference for us.
Okay.
We shall begin recording soon.
What?
We shall begin recording soon.
COD is having
We are
technical.
recording.
Oh, we are recording.
Oh, what? You talk about all these frivolous stuff we gotta cut, and you want AJ to listen to the masturbation conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes we just want.
I've seen that ghost before.
We have to let AJ be part of us, and that involves conversations like this.
Oh, we're past time. Guess we're done. Come back next week.
No.
No, we're
AJ
here.
was pretty cute.
We're here till midnight until we're done.
Until
Then we're
being done as in dead, deceased.
Oh, we already know what that feels like.
Not traumatizing at all.
Oh,
We haven't talked about it.
let's begin.
Oh shit! Cut that. I don't know if that's okay to say. Oh no! Our editor is AJ.
What?
What?
He said AJ was cute.
Oh,
Oh,
you're fraternizing with your staff members.
We agree, though.
yeah. It's like. Yeah, it's.
You can feel her body slouch into yours, and the gravity starts to lighten, and she begins humming that elegy. And she begins humming that next to you, kind of singing through it.
Sam will, thank you for this, by the way. Sam will. That was not in character. That was too Yima.
Sam leans over and whispers to the hyena, "Thank you for this."
That needs to be edited out.
Now I'm grossed out. I don't want to do it.
Try and recapture the moment.
I hate you.
It was you.
Let
I was saying that to Yima because
I know why. I know why.
it's a little. But instead of singing the same song, Sam will add new lyrics that he made.
Ooh, this is not the good time for a cover.
I don't know. I cannot sing on a recording. I will die.
That's okay.
Well, I don't think any of us are going to sing it.
Okay,
So performance check.
Natural one.
Do you want somebody? You want
Wolf.
Wait, what?
You know what?
Emo.
Out of natural
No.
one,
He needs
you
the
should
first
sing.
page.
Oh, right. It's a 26.
Yeah.
So the total's 27.
So it's hard for you to do, but
That was hard on a 26.
So there's a lot of gravity and probably a lot of emotions, and everybody is kind of wrapped up in a moment.